Okay guys, so this is my first recipe, and for making pav bhaji I'm using subcari squash. You can see it, couple of peeled carrots, one green pepper, or you can call capsicum, little eggplants, potatoes, and just a little bit cauliflower or cabbage you can call. So I'm using actually additional couple of more potatoes and a little bit more cauliflower. So guys, these are dry chickpeas which actually have soaked in water for like a couple of minutes. So I will wait for another couple of hours. So they will just, as you can see, they are just still dry, but you have to wait for another 2 hours or 3 hours. Then they will just totally soaked in water, and I would have to boil it with the rest of the vegetables, part of the pav bhaji recipe. Okay guys, finally look at these chickpeas, and after almost 3.5 hours they are already soaked in the water, and they are looks like now this now. Okay, so they are perfect right now, so they should not take too much time when you actually boil in the water to cook it. So okay, I'm just going to prepare the next step and we'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, this is the next step. So here's the chef knife I got, and then there is the pot that's actually filled with, it's a half full of water. Then I have those two eggplants, little bit cauliflower, couple of potatoes, water soaked chickpeas, subcari squash, and couple of carrots. Now here's the cheat. So if you wanted to make pav bhaji just called bhaji, usually people they use only potatoes and couple of onions and tomatoes, and that's the cheap way to do it. However, if you wanted it excellent bhaji, that is actually a mix of all vegetables. So right now I'm just using cauliflower, eggplant, and squash, and carrots, and chickpeas. That gives you really good flavor. You can add a little bit celery depending upon if actually it's available in India. However, I'm in Canada, so I can actually use it. You can use broccoli if you want it. It's just pretty much a combination of bunch of different vegetables. As long as you have the actual amount of mixture of good amount of different vegetables, but not like a strong flavor of a single vegetable that ruins the whole dish, that's not a good bhaji. Bhaji is like a just mixture of all the different vegetables, and you cannot recognize the same flavor for a single thing. So I'm using just for now these ones. And here is my instant pot. As you can see, that I'm using is just instead of my Indian style pressure cooker, which is like, I'm going to pull it out like this. Okay, so this is my Indian style pressure cooker. I'm not using it because it's too small for the amount of the bhaji I'm going to make, and I need a big pot, and which I don't have it. So I'm using my instant pot, which is pretty quick and it does the job what I need for. So I'm going to put this whole thing into this one, and it's half full with water. I'm going to dump this one in it, all the carrots the way you want, couple of eggplant, baby plants, cauliflower, potatoes, and all those chickpeas. Now here's the thing, I may have to probably reduce the quantity of water because it's just a steam and it will take probably 30 minutes or maybe 40 minutes, but I would have to chop it, which I really don't want to. So let me figure this out how I'm going to do it, and then I will get back to you guys shortly. Thanks. Okay guys, so finally I managed to have this squash which I cut in half, and I had to take the seeds out because I don't want any mess in the water. And then I had to only cut this one of the potato in half so I can fit it in. Otherwise you don't have to, because once it's boiled you can actually peel the skin off and then it should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I'm going to put the lid back on, seal it, and I'm going to turn on the whistle. Then I'm going to use function is called steam, and let it on. So it should take only 15 minutes because it's an instant pot, and it will make steam. And then you see it's like a whistle, it's like an Indian style pressure cooker, and I think it should be good for after 15 minutes because I don't want to have it too much mushy. I just want to like it just let it steam and then cook it. And I have kids running behind me, so never mind. And this is just stuff I just have with my friends today, which is all good. Never mind, this is my first recipe anyway, so don't think I'm going to mess with it. And I'm not going to use the pressure cooker because the recipe I am making, it's for my all the friends coming tomorrow, and usually I use the pressure cooker if it's like for 4 of us or 5 of us, but this is like going to be a couple of families we have tomorrow coming over, and that's why I'm going to make this recipe. Okay, I guess let it cook it, and I will catch you in my next. I will catch you after a couple of minutes. Thanks. Okay guys, actually I totally forgot to add the capsicum or the green bell pepper to the instant pot. So I had to cut it in half, which you don't have to, because probably if you're using a big pot or making a recipe for only 2 or 4 guys, then you don't have to, because now I have to cut it in half because there's no much space I have in this pot. So I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit, and let's see if I can actually seal it back. Here you go, it's all good. Okay, let it cook. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare the rest of the stuff. Like, this is my minced California garlic paste. It's not actually garlic paste, it's just like a minced garlic, and unfortunately I don't use it, but I don't have the fresh garlic today, so I'm just going to use this one. But if you look at the tomatoes, they are not pure red, and if you see it, they are green. The reason is because they are actually homegrown. They are organic tomatoes I have actually in my backyard, so I'm using these tomatoes instead. But I will get back to you once I will get to the next step. And the red onions, pure red onions, I'm going to peel them off. There is some more stuff like a fresh ginger. I'm going to get more stuff, and then that will be the next step, upcoming steps when I have the instant pot done. So wait for it, I will get back to you guys. Okay guys, so I have a 1 onion finely sliced and a ginger finely sliced. So here is my advice: do not make a paste of this ginger, because if you do so and mix in your recipe, it's going to ruin your whole taste. Because depending upon the season, sometimes ginger is too bitter, and if you just make it a paste and put it into your recipe, it will just really taste. So instead of doing it, slice it nicely, like it's a finely sliced. Look at that. and then I'm going to use again minced garlic. So and here's the finely sliced crushed tomatoes, and they are of course homegrown, and the season is gone and it's just going to be winter, so I have to pluck them out because they're not going to ripe anymore. And here is I'm using the virgin oil, organic virgin oil, and here's the pan I'm using. So I'm not going to say use just a spoon or 2 teaspoons because I don't know if that would be right to say it, because usually when I see the YouTube videos, people they say it and they then put the like hard bottle in and then just say yeah, it's a healthy recipe. It's not. I'm just simply using it because the amount of recipe I'm making is going to take quite a bit of oil, otherwise it will stick on the bottom of the pan. I'm going to turn the exhaust on and it's going to be loudy. In the meantime, I need some fresh cumin seeds, and as you see is I'm going to use like only half spoon of the cumin seeds, and you see I'm not going to let it burn because if you do it's going to be again bitter. And then I'm just going to add ginger, and I'm going to turn my exhaust fan, which I should have turned it on before. Then in the meantime also I have to use half spoon of minced garlic. Extract the juice out, add it in, then I have to stir it a little bit. It's noisy, I know, but okay, my wife, she is going to help me out. If you see it, don't let it too much brown, because if you do, you're going to ruin the whole dish. So guys, you guys have to be quiet, okay? This is something real. I'm focusing on something, so you don't have to talk all the time. Alright, see, it's turning brown. I guess that's enough. I'm going to add onions because you don't have to turn it too much brown. Check this out. Okay, I'm going to stir it, then I'm going to add another onion, more onions into it. Okay. Okay, if you can hold it, I can show you how to do it. Guys, stop. Okay, I'm going to stir it. Okay, guys. So this is stuff. Give me another 5 minutes, and I will be back. Okay guys, if you look at the onions, see they are golden brown. You can cook as much as you want depending upon if you like onions or if you don't like onions. The only key is, as long as they do not turn into black, you're all good. You can have them little red or crispy brown or little pinkish brown. It's supposed to be good. Now the second thing, what I'm going to do is, here's the catch. Here are all the quarter crushed tomatoes, okay, and they are homegrown in my backyard. I'm going to add it, okay, and they are green. The reason is because temperature is now in almost it's a winter time. They didn't turn into ripe, and I didn't want to get it wasted. It still turns in considered to be like a green vegetable even though they are not ripe yet. Okay, so you can see it. Now, because I didn't have too much ripe tomatoes, in your case you can buy always from the stores or whatever you want, or maybe you can use the way I'm using it, Almer diced tomatoes. Okay, so here is stuff. I'm going to use the spoon, the same garlic one, So I'm going to have all those diced tomatoes. You know what, I just probably will add it like a half can, or maybe full can. Okay, so it's empty. Can add it back onto the gas. So here's the second thing. Here's another cheat, which I just wanted to tell you. Because at the end, when you want your bhaji to be ready, East Indian peoples like us, we actually use turmeric and we use chili powder. Okay, chili powder, sometimes it depends. If it's a pure chili powder, it gives you a red flavor, red color. If it's sometimes they actually have a combination of something different products, like just only the seeds, they'll just give you a yellow color, not the pure red. And people, they recommend you can use actually red color in your vegetable, like a food color or something. And I have read somewhere using a food color it causes cancer, which I don't know if it's true or not. But in my case, what I do is I rather use fresh dry chili peppers. Okay, you see these are dries, they are pure dry. What I did, I had in to soak into water for probably another hour or so, and now it's up to you. You break it, which you can't, but you can cut it and you can try to take those seeds out. And I would have to juggle with it. It's up to you whether you want those seeds or not. But remember, if you use these chili peppers, depending upon, you don't want a chili powder. But if you already know how spicy they are, then maybe you can have a mixture of the red chili powder and black pepper powder. The only difference is the color. This chili powder I have does not give any color, even though it's still red. However, this is, I'm assuming, will give a good color. Plus, because I'm using just the diced tomatoes, they will give like a produce red color in my recipe. I'm hoping. If not, whatever, it probably will look a little yellow or whatever. It's totally fine, as long as the flavor is really nice and gives you a good taste. I don't care about the color. Yes, color is just for a presentation. That's what it is. What I'm going to do is, here are the chilies. I can wait longer, but it's already, as you see, it's 10:19. It's like almost going to be a night time, and I have guys coming over tomorrow morning. So I don't want to wake up early morning and cook it. I'm going to take all these chilies out and I'm going to taste it, trust me, just with my fingertip, how bad they taste and how spicy they are. Then I would know. Okay, so probably because it's too dry, it's not going to run. I'm going to add a little bit of water and drain it. Let's see. Okay, as you see those seeds, I would have to spend another at least 3 to 5 minutes to let this blender on, so I can have actually smooth paste instead of those seeds. I don't like those seeds because when you bite it, sometimes if they are too spicy, and you will feel the spicy on your tongue, and I don't want people to do that. Okay, so give me like another couple of minutes. I'm going to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to stir this one. Okay. And it's too bad I don't have a tripod because it's not something I cannot afford. This is something because I don't plan to put videos on YouTube. And I'm going to turn my exhaust fan on for now, and I will catch you within the next 5 minutes. Okay guys, I'm just going to turn this exhaust fan off so you guys can hear me clearly. Look at these chilies, look at the paste. There are a couple of seeds left. I'm not going to worry too much about these ones because I know most of us we can eat it. And now, depending upon the spiciness, how much spicy they are, I'm going to taste it right now. It's a bit of spicy, yes. So to me, I don't have to add any further chili powder in it. And at the same time, what I'm going to do it, I'm going to mix it, and I'm going to add these chilies into these ones. And in your case, if none of you guys like any chili powder or dry chilies, don't use it. Some people, they rather use black pepper. So if you want to use a black pepper or powder, which I really use it, but today because these chilies, they're really spicy, I don't want to use the black peppers because then it would be too much spicy and you won't be able to taste the dish itself. It would be just overkill for everybody, spicy wise. And you can use black pepper always. The only difference would be if your tomatoes are too red or the puree is red, that will give you a nice color. But in our case, because I am using these red chilies, it will still give you good color. But in your case, if you're using a black pepper but no red chili powder or no food color, considering if your tomatoes are red enough, yes, you will get enough reddish color rather than just a yellowish color. And in my case, I still would have to add turmeric, salt for now. And there is additional stuff, it's called masala or garam masala. People, they buy from the shelves, off the shelves, or from the market. And I will show you what I do, and I make my own masala from scratch. Believe it or not, I have every single herb in my home and I make it from scratch. Catch you in the next couple of minutes. Okay guys, look at this. So some people, so this is a thick enough, right? You can use this mixture as is. In my case, some of my friends, they don't like the tomatoes or the onions the way they are right now. No matter how much you cook for them, how much longer you cook it them, they still will be, you feel it when you had a bite. So they just like rather have a paste. Now I could have done it before, but that would not give you the same flavor the way if you do it once you do the partially cook, then you just make it a paste and then cook it again. I'm going to make it a paste. You can use a hand blender if you want. The only blender I would recommend that would have a steel frame. In my case, I have the hand blender as well. I have this one, but I'm not going to use because it's a plastic one and it's too hot. Unless I will let it settle down for another 30 minutes or 40 minutes and I'm not in rush, and I'm going to let it sit overnight because then it will cool down within the next hour or so. Then tomorrow morning I'm going to crush the same paste into this blender and then we will go from there. Okay, but if you can actually use it as is, you don't have to make it a paste. It's totally your choice. It's not going to make any difference in the flavor. The only flavor would be when you have a ginger bite, you will feel there's a ginger in your, like you will feel the ginger taste, you will feel the onion taste, you will feel the tomato taste, or you'll feel the green pepper taste. Some of my friends, they don't really like onions and capsicum or the green bell pepper taste, but it's up to you how you want it. Okay, catch you guys later. Okay guys, so here's the trick I'm going to tell you right now. It's up to you whether you want a garam masala or pav bhaji masala from the market. It's up to you. My personal choice is I have those green cardamoms, right there, cloves, fresh cloves, and then fresh fennel seeds. So all those three together, almost equal quantity. Do not add too much cloves when you grind all together, because cloves, their taste is a little strong. So if you grind all together, and those fresh coriander seeds, if you grind coriander seeds, fennel seeds a little bit, like probably 2 spoons of coriander seeds, 1 spoon of fennel seeds, 1 spoon of cardamom, half spoon of clove, all together, that's what you get. I'm going to use like small half spoon of this one. Then from market I bought only pomegranate seed, but then I have a crusher at home, so I had to make pomegranate seed powder. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit. This is called black mustard, and then yellow mustard. I ran out of yellow mustard. However, I had to grind, because I grinded yellow mustards with a little bit of fennel seeds. I'm going to use this much mustard seeds. You don't have to. It's totally option, up to you. It's just a flavor. This is called paprika. So here's my trick. This is something just give you the food color instead of a state, instead of taste. I'm actually still finding out if it gives me true red color instead of using a food color. I'm going to, trust me, it's not spicy. I'm going to use 1 spoon. I'm going to use 2 spoons of paprika. Chili powder, I'm not going to use it. Turmeric, you can use as much as you want. Wait a sec, no, is antiseptic. And this one, because my mom, she bought it original turmeric. I'm not going to even use this one. I'm going to use just a pinch, because if I use more than that, it's going to change the color of the whole thing into totally yellow, and I don't want that. It's a nice looking color right now. Adding turmeric gives you a pure yellow color, because this is a pure turmeric. It's not easy to find in the market. And then I'm going to use salt. I'm not going too crazy, but trust me, I have a way much more recipe than you need, and it's according to your taste. You can have maybe half spoon, maybe a pinch, up to you. You can add later on, but I know how much I need, so don't just freak out, because there's nothing I have used salty yet. Everything is just in its natural flavor. That's it. That's what I have the stuff, and here you go. I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to let it cook for whatever. I'm going to stir it. I have a still single hand. Wife is sleeping with kids, and it's already late night, and I had to crush it. Just let you know, because I had to pull the another steel blender. Didn't have enough time. You can use your own blender or whatever you need. Just crush them all together. Just keep in mind, ginger slices. If you have a really bad ginger or bitter ginger, I mean, bad is not bad. It's just a texture of the ginger depending upon the season. Sometimes it's too bitter when you crush it. You don't want to ruin your dish. In my case, I just did it because I know how it's going to taste. In your case, I don't know, up to you whether you like it ginger or not. If you don't like ginger, don't even put it in. It's up to you. You can blend all those stuff together, let it cook. You don't want a texture on your tongue. You feel something, you know, it's just still give you onion taste or something, raw tomato taste. You don't want it. You just want a nice and smoothie taste or texture with all the blended spices in it. That's what it is. That's the key. Let it cook. See, those bubbles are coming out. I'm going to let it cook, because if I take it out, it's going to spit all the bubbles around the stove, and I'm just going to let it dry and let it thick, because it's just a paste. And in India it takes less time, because you guys have a propane gas or liquid petroleum gas or whatever you have. We have just electric stove. Look at that, it just works like a heater. So the amount I'm taking to cook this stuff, it takes longer than what you guys need, because you have a high flame, and I can't turn this damn thing on a high flame because there's no flame. So sucker to be me, but hey, I enjoy what I do. So catch you in later, let it cook. Thanks. Okay guys, this was done. The only good thing I like about this instant pot is it's been at like almost an hour and it's been off. It's an automatic system. Check this out. See, it's not even plugged. And I remember I said 15 minutes. Check out the timings. 10:15. I don't know if you recall, but I guess that was 10 o'clock or some 10:15. But look at this. The steam, see? It actually holds the steam for like a long time. Okay, I would have to take the steam out, and we have all the vegetables ready in this quite a nice compact stuff. Okay guys, so it literally took 7 to 8 minutes to take the steam out. So check this out. Take the lid off. See it? Now I need to take everything out, let it cool down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the skin off from each potato. If you see it, I can take the skin out, right? Same thing with this stuff. With the squash, I have to take the squash stuff out, right? I'm actually going to take every single thing out of it. I have to blend it all together in a bigger blender. But however, it's quite hot right now. I will let it cool down, drain the water out. Then I will put everything into a bigger blender and mix it together. Then I will add all the mixture into my this paste. So consider this. This is just a paste of all the vegetables you like. It's like a baby food. Okay, no spices in it. However, if you add more spices into baby food, that's called Bhaji. That's what I know. People, they can call whatever they want. However, the cheap method is just use potatoes, tomato puree, salt, red chili powder, and just lime or lemon or white vinegar. That's what you need technically if you want it to be cheap. However, if you want it to have healthy food, that's what it is. I have not used no butter, no other ingredients, rather just natural vegetables and a couple of herbs. So that's what the recipe is. Let me get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, so after draining your water out, this is all looks like all the blended mixed vegetables I have. And here are the potatoes. I could have done with the blender or whatever, but I'm going to use the hand blender. I can use a masher or whatever. I don't want to play with that stuff, so I'm just going to use this blender.
Okay, just give me like another couple of minutes, I'll be back. Okay, so finally, after blending all the chickpeas, except potatoes, like all the vegetables including squash, carrots, eggplant, bell pepper, this is how it looks like. It's almost absolutely looks like a baby hood dog. And here are the potatoes. I could have mashed it together with the rest of the vegetables. However, just today I decided to grate it. There is no perfect recipe for it because it's boiled. You can actually use a fork or potato masher. This is the paste which we made earlier. What I'm going to do is going to add all these potatoes to this mixture and also this mixture to the rest of the stuff, and I would have to mix it well before I actually put it on the flame or the heat. The problem is because this looks like a small pot and I don't have a bigger than this pot. Okay, but I will manage it somehow. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I will catch you within the next couple of minutes. Okay, so finally, after mixing all the mixture, this is how it looks like. I'm going to squeeze the lime in it. It depends upon your taste. If you want a little sour, you can have more lime or juice in it, or you can actually, if you don't like limes or juice, then in its alternatives you can use actually white vinegar, a spoon of white vinegar. That would be perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it, which you don't have to. It's actually option depending upon the tomatoes taste. If they are sour, that's enough sour taste, because you don't want too much sour, otherwise that's the only thing you feel it, right? I'm just going to probably use just half, not the full. Again, it's just not for like a 2 or 3 people's recipe. Probably much like if you look at the pan, it's pretty much for like at least 10 to 12 people. They easily can eat it, and probably still I will have left. Okay, so I have actually put it on stove for now, and I will let it cook for another maybe 20 minutes and it's ready. And for garnish purpose, you can actually use cilantro leaves if you want it. You can chop them, you can just use the full leaf as is, it's up to you. But this is the actual bhaji, and if you taste it, it's going to be awesome. Let's wait until it gets cooked, and I'm going to taste it afterwards. Guys, I'm going to add a little bit of water in it. If you notice, it's actually on a low flame, it's not on a high flame. The reason is because I'm letting it cook, it's almost full, so I don't want the bubbles to just splash around all around the stove. That's why it's on the low flame. But if you have a bigger pot, you can add much water in it, a little bit, so you can actually mixture the it's easy to mix the whole mixture all together for a consistency purpose. But in my case, it's going to be a little bit tricky because I don't have enough room in this pan. However, I'm going to manage it somehow. Usually it does not take that long. It's just the amount of the quantity I'm making. That's what it is. So guys, here you check it out. It's all done. You see it? The nice colors coming along, and it's on the low flame. So it's all cooked now. It's well cooked. It's going to taste good. I'm going to actually transfer all this stuff into different container, and then we'll put some garnish on top of it. So catch you guys later. Okay guys, so finally I have these cilantro, and they're well washed, and cilantro leaves, and I had to chop them and finely chopped it. The reason is because I personally like the way if they are finely chopped, because sometimes it's not that easy to just swallow these or chew these cilantro leaves. And here is the bhaji with cilantro leaves sparkled on top of it as a garnish. It's up to you, it's totally optional, because I know some people, they don't like the smell or the taste of cilantro. So it's up to you whether you want it or not, but just for me, I personally love it, so that's why I'm using it, and my family, they absolutely love it too. And here's my daughter, she's making too much mess, stop doing it. And here's the second one, I'm making actually lime chicken for now. This is my second recipe, so just I'm not too sure if I will post it on or not, but just let's see how the review is going to look like. It's a little mess for me right now, I have to clean up everything, and it's absolutely delicious recipe, I can tell you, and I love it. And it's just going to be you will be amazed how good this tastes. Okay guys, so finally I had my bhaji in the bowl, and I have added a little bit chopped onions and a little bit butter on top of it with a little bit cilantro garnish on it. And it's optional again, you don't have to put butter on top of it if you don't want it, but I'm going to use a little bit, and then I'm going to use a little bit more lime on top of my bhaji because I like sour taste. And thanks for watching the video, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Yes, it took a little bit longer, but it's worth. So next time you make it, it does not take that long. The only reason is it took me a little bit long because I'm just recording the video and cleaning stuff by my own, and it's not that easy to just cook it. It takes time, but you actually enjoy it as well. So enjoy your dish. I hope you will like the video, and will subscribe for my next videos. If I don't know for my future plan, but this is something I just felt today, and I was actually hoping to post the videos for a long time, but today is the day when I decided to post it on. Thanks for watching.